8 News is your local election headquarters, and tonight Governor Glenn Youngkin's office is pushing back after a Department of Justice lawsuit filed late last week claims Virginia is illegally removing people from the state's voter rolls less than a month before the November election. 8 News obtaining a memo from the governor's legal counsel outlining why they believe the lawsuit is without merit. Capitol Bureau reporter Tyler Englander joining us live in our digital center. And Tyler, what is the governor's defense?
This here is a copy of the memo we obtained from the governor's lawyer, Richard Cullen. It says in part that a federal law preventing states from systematically removing people from the voter rolls 90 days before an election shouldn't apply because Virginia is using a more individualized approach. Governor Glenn Youngkin's office is responding after the Department of Justice filed a lawsuit against Virginia, claiming the state is illegally removing voters from the voter rolls ahead of Election Day.
Recognize that within 90 days before the election, there can be a lot of confusion that goes on. And what you don't want to do is put a roadblock in front of voters who legitimately should be able to vote.
Youngkin's lawyer writing in a memo that an executive order signed by the governor in August directing the Department of Elections to remove individuals who are unable to verify that they're citizens to the DMV doesn't violate a federal law that prevents states from systematically removing voters 90 days before an election.
You can have narrowly tailored, specified reasons for knocking folks off the list. That essentially is the argument that's being made in the memo.
Youngkin's office arguing that Virginia conducts an individualized review and the process begins with an individual themselves indicating that they're a non-citizen during a DMV transaction. Plus, the memo says before someone's voter registration is canceled, they'll be sent a letter and have 14 days to prove they're a citizen.
Remember, the point of the 90-day quiet period is to say we're not going to put extra stumbling blocks in the place of voters. So the mere fact that a voter can explain that they in fact should stay on the list may not make a difference.
The Department of Justice is asking anyone who may have been wrongfully removed from the voter rolls to contact them online or by phone. At the state capitol, Tyler Englander, 8 News.